Now, the last hazard that we're going to look at in the DMG for now is going to be poison gas. I'm sure you guys are familiar with how poison gas works. You're in an enclosed space, somebody trips the trap, and poison gas fills the room. Now, suddenly, as everyone is having to make con saves against being poisoned and taking damage. This is really straightforward, and you scale the damage for however high the level is. So at level 20, you're taking 10 d10 damage, instead of when you're level 5, you're taking 2 d10 damage. And that scales in between, and you can make it more or less challenging. Now, while that sounds very straightforward, we can make this a little bit better by including other things that exist in the DM toolbox, and I'm specifically talking about poisons. Now, in the DMG, there are 3 kinds of inhaled poisons. One of them is burnt author fumes, which just does damage. You don't really need to use that one unless it specifies it. It doesn't do anything extra. But you could also switch that poison for essence of ether. A creature that's affected by this poison needs to make a Constitution save or fall unconscious for 8 hours. They can be damaged or shaken awake, but a room full of this gas would need to repeat that save every round. Most parties are going to get down by that if you let it linger for long enough. So creating a room where essence of ether is the kind of poison they are using could be potentially catastrophic, especially if the characters are running from someone. This could be used in a dungeon where people are trying to take people instead of kill them, or it could be used by an assassin's guild who want to torture and interrogate someone before they kill them. Having them go unconscious is usually more effective. Another option is malice. This is an inhaled poison that causes blindness. Now, we can use this as a template for us to create other kinds of poison. Because we have one that causes unconscious and one that causes blinded, you can start throwing other effects in there. For example, a paralysis poison could also be something that you use. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to trapped, but remember, you can get creative about the kind of poisons that you load into poison gas hazards. It doesn't always have to be damage, and oftentimes something other than damage is more interesting anyway.